Hey everyone! So today we're going to talk about feeding your bees. You might not actually think you need to feed them, that they have enough flowers and they can do everything themselves, but sometimes they do need a little bit of help. You might have a new hive or a new swarm. You might be, getting into winter pretty soon. You could be in the middle of a drought or a dearth. You might hear that term a lot, which is basically there's no nectar flow and your bees aren't finding anything to eat. So that's when we help them out a little bit and make them some sugar syrup. For this, all you're going to use is regular granulated sugar. It's the cheapest. You don't need to do anything fancy, and your bees don't want you to do anything fancy, really. You don't want to use raw or organic because there's less nutrients in that, believe it or not. And you don't want to use brown sugar because the bees do not like the molasses, and sometimes there's other additives in there. And you really just need the cheap stuff. Go to the grocery store, buy yourself a bag of granulated sugar. So today we're just going to make a 1-to-1 ratio. You're going to hear some beekeepers talk about different ratios depending on the time of year. So for us, right now it's pretty dry. The bees are having trouble finding stuff. So we're just going to do a 1-to-1 mixture, which is 8 cups of water for a 4-pound bag. You can see that's what we have here. It's just 4 pounds. But your 1-to-1 ratio is 1 pound of water, which is 2 cups to 1 pound of sugar. So I went ahead and I have already prepared the pot here. And you don't want to boil your water. That makes your sugar water thick. It can make it crystallize, which is not good. And if you use sugar water that has been boiled, it can kill your colony or it can make them sick. So basically what you want to do is we're going to heat our pot of water here until it is almost boiling. You can see I'm starting to get some bubbles, so it's getting close. And once we reach that almost boiling point, we're going to go ahead and turn it off. And we're just going to dump this whole bag in there, actually. Get that ready. And this warm water is just going to dissolve all of your sugar. Yeah, I can turn that off now. So you just pour it in there. Woo! There is nothing fancy about it. So that'll go in there. I'm going to turn my stove off and we will give it a good stir. Make sure that it is dissolving. And you're going to let this cool. You don't want to give your bees a hot sugar water, because that's going to hurt them, obviously. So we'll let this dissolve and let it cool for probably an hour before I take it outside to the bees. So that's how you make your 1-to-1 ratio of sugar water for your bees. Make sure that you subscribe and follow along to see what questions I can help answer.